Hi there and welcome to my vlog, Healthy Body with Benefits, the place to be to take back control of the most important asset you possess, your health, so that you can live happier and healthier forever. Hey, 2020 is on. This is the new year. It's my first vlog of the new year. I'm super excited because I have lots and lots of goodies for you this year. But for now, I have a special treat because this vlog is actually a tutorial. I want to help you make 2020 the year that you take your health and your life to new heights. And as I mentioned below this video, when it comes to New Year resolutions, unfortunately, they simply do not work. Statistically speaking, for more than 92% of the people who set New Year resolution, they actually lose momentum, give up on them completely at about this time of the year. So we're in our third week of January at the moment. So that's when most of the people just simply give up. However, if you are indeed looking for something achievable and you want to create sustainable results for yourself, well, you've come to the right place. Because when you complete this tutorial with me, you will have in your hands a clear path and plan to get you moving on your 2020 goals, but more importantly, achieve them with grace and great success. So are you ready? Yes, let's get this party started. So before I move on, I want you to take a moment to go below this video. There's a button that you can click to download your free companion booklet that I've prepared especially for you. So as we go through this tutorial, you'll be able, or we will be filling out the fun work together. So there's absolutely no excuses, my friend. You will get this done with me and you will be on a path to success for sure, for sure. So take a moment right now, pause this video and download your booklet and let's get started. Okay, so you're back. Let's begin now. So what I wanted to share with you here is that the first fundamental step in being successful in achieving what it is you want to achieve, you want to change or aspire to in 2020 is the ability to be very clear and specific on what that is. And here's the thing, when it comes to New Year resolutions, most people are definitely too broad and vague when it comes to what it is they aspire to. So we're going to help you definitely get clearer and specific on what you want and aspire to for 2020. So in order to do so, our first fun work that we're going to complete together is what I call the energy wheel, or the wheel of energy. And this is one of the best and proven positive psychology strategies used today to not only be able to identify what is important right now for you in your life at this particular time, but also to help you put into perspective everything that is going on in each areas of your life and identify for you what are your priorities, where should you focus your energy and time to be happier, to be fulfilled, and to thrive. Okay, so that's what we will do right now together. This is super easy, quick, and simple. What I want you to do is look at this wheel of energy. There's actually 10 areas of your life identified there, and you will rate each of them on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 means that you're really not satisfied with this area of life. There's absolutely something that needs to change in order for you to be a little bit more fulfilled in that particular area, okay? And 10 means that everything is going super great. You're full of energies. You absolutely have nothing to worry about when it comes to that particular area of life. So what you will do, let's say that we take the health, fitness, and well-being area of life. Let's say that for you that's a 4. You'll simply just color that box 4 and you do that for each one of them. Okay, so go ahead now, pause this video again, just complete this wheel for each area of life. And just to give you a little bit more information about each one of them. On page 3, what I've done here is that I've provided you with a quick description of each of the areas of life, just to give you a little bit more food for thought on all of them. This is not all inclusive by all means, and this is unique to each and every one of us. However, it's a great starting point. So if you want to read them through, you'll know a little bit what I mean by each one of them, and it's going to help you rate your area of life for you. So go ahead now, press pause, and I will see you soon. Okay, you're back. Awesome. That was easy, right? So things to consider as you move forward with those. Now that you have filled your wheel of energy, know that you can revisit this as often as required. Okay, you have, and some of the factors that will trigger why you should revisit this wheel is, for instance, let's say that you've accomplished what it is that you set out to do. Well, you may want to come back and reevaluate what should be your next priority, for instance. Also, let's face it, life happens, right? And sometimes there are circumstances that happens in our life that where we'll need to shift our priority. That's absolutely normal. I want to give you a quick example here from my own personal experience with this. When it comes to the wheel of energy, I definitely do it twice a year. For me, that's personal. But last year, I had a specific business goal for myself that I was working on. And at the time, my son got a call to get confirmation of a surgery that he was waiting for to get. So obviously, my priorities shifted at that point because I wanted to be with my son, make sure that he was well prepared. And so I had to kind of refocus my time and energy on that particular area of my life. What I did, I simply went back to my wheel of energy. I kind of shifted my priorities and I moved some of the timelines that I had set for myself for that particular career and work goal I had. Easy peasy. So when you do have a plan in front of you, it's very easy to rejuggle some of your priority and shift things around. Okay? And 2 other things that I want you to consider. So when it comes to the second step in this exercise, where we will be identifying our priorities actually. So now if you go to page 4, step 2, I will ask you to identify the top 3 areas of life that you would like to focus on or need the most attention from you at this point in time. But when you do, this again is very personal to you. You don't necessarily have to identify 3 different areas of life to work on. It can be only 2 or it can be only 1. Okay, so when you look at your wheel of energy, if there is one in particular where you scored really low, you may want to focus only on that one moving forward, and that is perfectly fine. So for this exercise, you would write the same area of life in those 3 boxes right here, okay? And another thing that I want you to consider when you identify the 3 areas of life where you want to focus more at this point in time is that it doesn't necessarily have to be the ones where you scored the least. Again, go with your heart on this one. You know what is most important to you at this point in time. This definitely gave you perspective. However, now choose the ones that you feel you want to focus on more. A great example here is, let's say in the financial and money area of life, you scored, let's say, a 3. And in the career and work, you scored a 5. You could easily choose career and work to focus on, knowing that whatever changes happen there may positively affect the financial and money area of life as well. Okay, so I will let you pause this video again, complete step 2, which is to identify the top 3 areas of life that you will be focusing on next. Let's do this. Hey, awesome! You've just completed your fun work number 1. That was easy, right? So now we're gonna go to our fun work number 2, which is to identify our top 3 goals. So step 1 in here, what we need to do is first, I want you to brainstorm and jot down everything that comes to mind in terms of what you would like to change or what must change in each of the areas of life you identified in the previous exercise in order to bring up your rating that you gave for that particular area of life by 2 or 3 points. Okay, an example of this is, let's say I take the health, fitness, and well-being area of life, and you've scored 4, for instance, because you know that you're out of shape or you have a few extra pounds that you would like to let go of, you're always tired, you have trouble sleeping, whatever the reason. Okay, what would you need to do in order to bring that score of 4 up by 2 or 3 levels to a 6 or a 7? Okay, so just brainstorm, jot everything down that comes to mind. Don't worry about how you're actually gonna achieve this. At this point in time, you just want to make sure that all of your ideas are put down on paper, and we'll get to the next step after that. So please press pause now and do this exercise. Okay, now we're at step 2 of our fun work number 2. And I don't know how you feel right now. I hope you're not too discouraged with everything that you've jotted down, but I am sure that you feel somewhat relieved because you have now shed some light on what needs to change in the area of lives that you've identified for yourself. And furthermore, when you do take that time to kind of do this brain dump, it kind of relieves some of the pressure and the stress that is always in your head when you don't write it down. So I can assure you that starting now, you will have a little bit more energy moving forward. If you were to stop this exercise right now, you will have gained more energy just by doing what you've just accomplished. So kudos to you. So for step 2 here, what we're going to do is to transform 3 of the main ideas that you've identified previously into goals, your top 3 goals that you want to achieve, okay? And when you do transform these into goals, there's really just 2 rules that I want you to think about. And this comes from a very popular and proven approach to goal setting, and it's called the SMART approach. And we won't get into the details of that because it's a lot simpler. What I'm asking you to do here is that when you're gonna write your goals, you're gonna think of writing them in a way that they are specific enough so that you can measure your progress towards them. So I'm going to take the example again. Let's say that one of your goals would be to lose weight. If you were just to write lose weight, that is definitely too vague and broad. It's not specific enough. And how will you know if you will have achieved that goal, right? So is it after just 1 pound that you will have lost, or is it after 20 pounds, for instance? So to make it specific, you would write something like, I want to lose 20 pounds. And the second rule is that I also want you to give yourself a timeline by which you're going to achieve that goal. So we kind of use the strategy of having our goal time bound. So in this particular instance, again, you would write something to the effect like, I want to lose 20 pounds by end of April 2020. So you make it time bound. You give yourself a focus, a time by when you want to achieve your goal, okay? So now it's your turn. Super easy. You're going to select 3 main ideas from the previous exercise, and you're going to turn those main ideas into 3 goals that are specific and time bound. So press pause now and write out your top 3 goals, and I will see you soon. Awesome! We are almost done. So again, a little bit more food for thought here as you have written your top 3 goals. Okay, something that I want you to consider is that let's say that you accomplish your goals before year end. No worries, you can come back to this exercise and identify 3 more that you can work on, okay? If let's say that one of your goals is taking you more time than you're anticipated, then you may want to consider breaking that goal down a little bit more so that it's more realistic and reasonable for you to achieve. But make this work for you. Only you know exactly what you can do, what you can do, what you can commit in terms of time and effort on each one of your goals, and also what other priorities and life responsibilities that you're dealing with. Okie dokie. So now for my favorite fun work of this entire exercise is the next one, and this is your why power. This is indeed a very powerful stuff, if I do say so myself. And I want to assure you that this is exactly what differentiate those that succeed from those that give up on their goals, okay? Your why power is what will motivate, inspire you into action, and create the necessary momentum and fire to keep going when the going gets tough. So, in other words, when it comes to your why power, if it's not strong of a reason for doing what it is you want to achieve, such as wanting to lose a few pounds, as soon as you face your first obstacle or challenge, you will simply give up, okay? So it is definitely great that you have identified your 3 goals at the moment for yourself, but it's even more important at this point in time to know why these 3 goals are so important to you. Again, else you will simply they will simply become another one of those things that seemed like a great idea when you first thought of them, but will fade away as time passes by, okay? So you do not want this, right? You want to achieve your goal. So let's do this and do this why power fun work. So how it works, again, super easy. What I want you to do is take each of your goal, grab a separate sheet of paper actually for do this, and write on top of that sheet of paper your first goal, for instance, okay? Then I want you to ask yourself why that goal is important to you and write that answer. And then you're going to do that 4 more times. So this exercise is actually called the 5 whys. Okay. So the first answer, you just jot it down. You're going to take that answer again and ask yourself the same question, but using that answer. So why is this, fill in the blanks, important to me, and write again your answer. Okay. Let me run this through with you. I want to give you an example actually. So let's say I take the goal that we had together of wanting to lose 20 pounds by April 2020. So how I would go about this with my sheet of paper, I would write this goal on top of the sheet of paper, and then I would ask myself, why is losing 20 pounds by end of April 2020 important to me? Then I would write my answer. So I'm going to go through this so that you can see a bit what it looks like. So I would say something, well, I want to look good. I have a vacation planned in the Caribbean, so I want to look good for that vacation. Okay, that's my first answer. Then I would take that, why is wanting to look good so important to me? So my next answer would be something like, I want to be able to look myself in the mirror and like what I see and not judge myself. Okay, I would continue. Why is being able to look myself in the mirror and like myself, what I see and not judge myself important to me? Then I would probably write something because I want to be able to go into the world proud of who I am and what I have accomplished. So why is being able to go out into the world, be proud of who I am and what I have accomplished important to me? Then I would write, it's because I want to live with more confidence, self-esteem, and worthiness. last time, why is wanting to live with more confidence, self-esteem, and worthiness important to me? I would probably say something like, well, I want to know with 100% certainty that I am enough. I am perfect just the way I am. So this last answer becomes my why power for that particular goal. Okay, friends, so now it's time for you to complete this 5 why fun work. So go ahead and press pause now and do that for each one of your goals. Once you have answered the last why, this is what you jot down in this exercise in your fun book right here. Okay? I will see you soon. Wow, you have done this, okay? You have done the 5 whys fun work, and now you have 3 why powers for your goals. That is absolutely awesome. You now have ammunition, the power to follow through with your goals, especially when the going's gonna get tough, especially on those days where everything seems to go wrong. You just need to come back to your why power, read it out loud, remind yourself why it's so important for you to crush your goal this year, okay? You got the power. There's a song coming in my head right now. Okay, and I just wanted to share this last piece, tidbit of info with you. Some say that if your why does not make you cry, it's not strong enough. So, not sure if you got there or not, but keep that in mind because again, you want your why power to be strong enough to push you through any obstacles or challenge that you may face, okay? So one last fun work and we are done. This one is probably the best gift that you can give to yourself and help you achieve with great things faster than you ever thought possible this year. And it is to find yourself an accountability partner. Now, who is an accountability partner? It's someone that will be in your corner no matter what, without judgment. Someone that will also challenge you to keep going when the going gets tough, to focus on your goal, to remind you of what your why power is, especially when the going gets tough. To be non-judgmental, I think I said that, and to just be there unconditionally for you, okay? So listen, I currently have 5 different accountability partners right now in my life for only 2 of my goals. Crazy, right? But here's the thing, having an accountability partner has made a huge difference for me and for everybody that I know that uses this strategy to move the needle and make things happen faster than they ever thought possible. And more often than none, I must admit, it goes over and above our original expectations when we have that particular person in our corner, okay? So how does this work? Again, super easy. What I want you to do is first think about who that person could be for you, okay? You want to think about a couple of options here in case one of them can't commit to being your accountability partner, because that does happen and it's okay because it is a commitment on the other person's side for sure. So once you have an idea of who those people can be, just jot them down, okay, in this section here. And then I want for you to think about the rules of engagements that you need to share with your accountability partner. So things like how many times you want this person to reach out to you, or is it you that's going to reach out to them? Is it twice a week, once a week, just a few times or a couple of times a month? You decide what's going to work best for you. Also, do you want to meet this person face to face? Is over the phone good enough? What do you want this person to hold you accountable for? Will there be a small price to pay if you don't follow through with your commitments? Okay, so those are all little things that you can think about in terms of how you want this relationship to work with your accountability partner. And I want you to make this fun, be creative. Please do not overcomplicate your relationship with your accountability partner. You have enough on your plate as it is. I just want to leave you with an example of how I make this work with me. So like I said to you previously, I currently have 5 accountability partners, but one of them is actually my husband. Okay, and it is for one of my career goals that my husband is my accountability partner for. And here's how we've arranged our relationship for this. So what we've agreed is that every Sunday, I actually have a whiteboard here in my office, and I jot down 2, 3, depending on what type of action, like 2, 3 milestones or action that I'm committing in taking for that particular week. Okay, and I share this with my husband, who is my accountability partner in this instance. And at the end of the week, on the Friday, we go to our favorite coffee place to get one of our favorite coffees. And I do not take normal coffees. I take those luxury ones that cost $6 or more to get. Okay, so we go there and we talk about our week. So I basically let him know if I was able to accomplish what I had set out to do. And the thing is that if I wasn't able to do everything that I set out to do, he's the one that needs to pay the coffee for me. I'm sorry. If I didn't do everything I set out to do, I'm the one that gets the bill and needs to pay for coffee. And to the contrary, if I'm able to accomplish everything, he's the one who pays it for me. So that's my little price to pay. And it makes it fun, and it gives me the incentive, the motivation to do what I set out to do, because I know at the end of the week I'm going to have my wonderful coffee. So that's just a quick example on how you can make this work, okay? So go ahead now, again, press pause, identify who you think could play that accountability partner role for you as you get going in your goals, and also jot down just a few rules of engagement that you will share with this person, how you want this relationship to work. Okay, press pause and I will see you soon. Hey, voila, my friend, you did it. Congrats. Cue up the happy dance. You are well on your way to success. Now you got to start taking action, right? And just do it. As with anything new you learn, until you actually put it into practice, unfortunately, it will remain just another tool in your toolbox and be worthless. So I do not want this for you. And I like to say it's like having power kept on ice if you don't do anything with it, right? But when you actually start taking action, you now light up that power, right? That power becomes fire for you. So that's what I want for you. So starting right now, what is one small action step that you can take that will move you closer towards your goal? Put that in the comments below this video. Share with us what that action step will be. It will inspire others to do so as well. Okay, so share below this video right now one action steps, no matter how small or how big, that you will take right now to just get the juices flowing, the motor running, the pedal to the metal. You got this, my friend, okay? Also, do let me know what resonated with you the most in this vlog, in this tutorial. Comment below. And finally, if you liked what you just heard, like this video, please. This will help me spread the love. So until next time, wishing you healthy living.